My Moments with Mom.
Hi, I'm Jackie.
And I'm Jacqueline.
Hi, Flickers. All right, you guys, we are here today. You could tell by the title of the video what I am going to talk about today.
Yes.
The first thing we're going to talk about is not, I'm not going to go into length because there's not too much to say about it. That's why we're including it with the anxiety one. So Julie V asked if we could talk about my vertigo. So that's what we're going to do today, you guys. All right, so I was diagnosed with benign positional vertigo, and then Jacqueline could read you the explanation.
Yes.
For it.
This is what healthline.com says benign positional vertigo is. That's like a tongue twister.
It is.
So it says benign positional vertigo, BPV, is the most common cause of vertigo, the sensation of spinning or swaying. It causes a sudden sensation of spinning or like your head is spinning from the inside. You can have brief periods of mild or intense dizziness if you have BPV.
Okay, you guys, so when Jacqueline was maybe like 5 or 6 years old, we were doing spirograph. You guys know what spirograph is? When you have like the little plastic thing on paper and you stick the pen through it.
It's so fun.
And then you turn it and it makes all these really cool designs.
Yeah, Google it if you don't know.
It's the coolest thing, you guys. It is so neat. So anyway, Jacqueline and I were doing that. So we were sitting on the couch together and I was looking down. So I had my head just all the way down, like looking down for a long time. All I did was looked up and all of a sudden, I felt like my eyes were crossed and I couldn't focus and the room was spinning and I was like, oh my gosh, Jacqueline, I'm all something's happening. And Jerry and Jake had went to wash the car. So I'm sitting there and I'm panicking, you guys. All of a sudden I'm like sweating because I don't know what's happening to me. I feel like my eyes are crossing and I said, oh my gosh, Jacqueline, call dad. You know, I think I said call daddy. I'm gonna call daddy, tell him something's wrong. You guys, I got so scared.
I'm surprised I know. I don't want to interrupt. Okay. I'm surprised I even knew, like, how to call him.
I know.
Because you must have guided me. I don't even remember.
I don't even know.
You must have guided me through it.
Yes.
I don't.
Yeah, I don't even know what Jacqueline, how she called him on the cell phone. But you guys, it was so scary. I don't know how I made my way to the bathroom downstairs, but I actually looked in the mirror because I thought my eyes were crossing, and when I looked in the mirror, my eyes were normal, but it felt like, because I was like having double vision. So Jacqueline helped me back to the couch, you guys, and I sat down, and then
I'm like all little. Yeah. I'm like, come on, Mom,
yeah. And you guys, and I'll never forget, you guys, I had on like my nightgown, like a long nightshirt, and my hair was all crazy and wild, because, you know, it's what it looks like when I don't straighten it. And I'm on, you know, sitting on the couch, so Jacqueline calls Jerry and says, yeah, something's wrong with Mom. And Jerry's like at the car wash. So from the car wash, Jerry calls an ambulance, you guys. The ambulance comes, and I'm so embarrassed, you guys, because I look so weird. So the paramedics come in, the fire truck comes.
I do remember they brought a gurney into our house.
Yes.
And they had to put her on the gurney and like take her outside. It was like, I mean, it was like, scary.
Well, first they did everything. First they did like my blood pressure. I remember them, you know, putting something on my finger, probably to check my oxygen level. And then they put me on the gurney and took me in the ambulance, and off we went to the emergency room, you guys. So I don't know, maybe they thought I was having a heart attack or something. I do not know. But they took me in, and or maybe they thought I was having a stroke. Maybe that's what I'm thinking.
I don't know.
So you guys, so they took me in, and the first thing they did was a CAT scan, and everything was normal. They found some birds flying around in there. So everything was normal, and you guys, but I'm laying in that hospital bed in the emergency room, and the whole room is spinning, and I'm throwing up because, you know, like I can't focus on anything. I had to go to the bathroom, and Jerry had to like walk me to the bathroom and come in the bathroom with me and sit me down on the toilet. It was horrible, you guys. So finally they gave me like some you know, motion sickness stuff and this and that. So then I started to feel a little bit better. And the doctor came in and he said, you have benign positional vertigo. And basically he described it as sometimes when a person looks down, say they go upside down on a ride, or they look down too fast, or it could happen like so simple like that, where there's crystals that sit in the bottom of your ear, and those crystals get loose and they kind of move around.
Jangle around.
Yes, and that's what causes the vertigo, you guys. And it was so scary, you guys. It still happens. So what I have to do is, that's why, you guys, part of the reason why I won't go on any fast rides at Disneyland, because anything, I could go on Indiana Jones, that's okay.
Right.
But anything like a roller coaster that like jerks my head around, and especially like, you know, the new Incredicoaster, California Screaming, you know, anything that like jostles my head around like that, or especially going upside down, I am so afraid to do, you guys. So just the other night, I was in the bathroom at home. The toilet paper fell off the toilet paper roll, and I should be careful, but didn't think about it. I totally like went down so fast and got it, bent all the way over, and I got up, and I'm like, oh no, and I kind of felt that weirdness, and I went back to bed, and I laid in bed, and you guys, and the whole bed, I felt like the whole bed was going like this. It's the worst feeling in the world. If you guys have vertigo, you know what I'm talking about. So I just tried to calm myself down, and I laid there, and I tried to focus. I opened my eyes in the dark, because it's kind of worse sometimes if you close your eyes. But it was so bizarre that the whole bed, I actually felt like someone was getting the bed and going like this. So when I get it, like during the day, if I ever do, I just focus, and the doctor told me hold out my thumb like this.
Which we have said this before in a Disneyland vlog, actually, more than one, because when we would go on faster rides and we would get dizzy, she said this. So yeah, if you hold your thumb out in front of you and like focus on it, it helps you kind of to stabilize your vision.
At least for me it does, you guys. So if you know, hold it out like this and just stare at it, and then I kind of count maybe to 20 or whatever, really slow, and just stare at it, it kind of like, you know, helps you settle. But those crystals, you guys, once they get out of whack, you know, they could stay out of whack a while, and you could go get them adjusted. You could go to this like places where they lean your head back and they do all this manipulation.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
I don't want to do that, you guys. I mean, if I had to, maybe I would try it, but I'm afraid to do that.
I didn't even know they did that.
So you could take Dramamine, you guys. There are things the doctor could prescribe, but that made me so tired, you guys. So you could do like non-drowsy Dramamine, like, you know, for motion sickness. So those are really the things that you could do. I don't really do anything. I don't take anything for mine, but what I do is I just try to be careful. Right. And I know I shouldn't look down fast. And even like when I'm turning a corner in the car, I look really slow to the right, you know, right, or really slow to the left. And I don't like ever jerk my head. And that's another reason why I won't go on fast rides at Disneyland. So I just try to be careful, you guys.
And in a past video, just recently though, we uploaded one where I said even just turning around fast makes me dizzy too. Right. So is it hereditary? I don't know.
I don't think it's hereditary, but I do think it's more common than people think, you guys, that you could really, I get
dizzy easily also.
Right. Yeah. After this happened, you guys, through the years, I would always kind of get like, you know, like a dizzy feeling. And, you know, I was thinking, oh, it's just my vertigo, right? My doctor actually sent me to a balance place, and you go in and they test your balance, and basically, like they put you in all these, like they put you on this, like you get in this like machine, and you can't hold on, and they see if you could hold yourself, and like, you know, and they jiggle the floor under you. It's so bizarre. Remember that place I went to? I don't
think
it was for older people, I think. Actually, there were like a lot of seniors in there. And then they do all sorts of things like with steps. They put you on these steps. And they said that I had cervical neck vertigo. And it's really a thing, you guys. So also look up that. I think that was from all the stress in my neck, like the tension in my neck.
Oh, well, that makes sense.
Right.
Which you'll find out.
Which we'll talk about my anxiety.
The next story.
Yes, you guys. So anyway, so that's my little vertigo story.
Yeah.
And so I don't know, you guys could comment if you've experienced vertigo. And like I said, I just don't do anything. I don't take anything regularly for it. Even if I have an attack, I just try to be careful so I won't have an attack. Right. So those are the things I do to be careful. Yeah.
And I was gonna say, you haven't had it that bad since that, you know, that day. Right. Like all those years ago. So hopefully, fingers crossed, nothing will happen like that again.
Right. So that's why I try to be careful, you guys. So you're like, whip, she won't go on the rides. But that's a big reason why. Even the merry-go-round can make me dizzy.
Oh, me too.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, you know what makes me dizzy?
Yes.
Hold on. Oh my gosh.
Naders?
Not that one as much. I was gonna say, it's funny, the teacups really don't make me that dizzy.
Oh, me either.
Dumbo makes me so dizzy.
Yes.
And you went on at that time with my little cousin.
With my great niece.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
And oh my gosh, she got like she got so dizzy. I mean, she had to sit on the ride, like, when it was done for a minute.
Yes.
Like, because she got really, really dizzy.
And the rockets that day we went on the rockets.
And the rockets, because that's like a continuous circle, whereas the teacups are, you know, you kind of go zigzag and in a circle. Well, you know, we digress.
Right, and you guys, and that's why I love Matterhorn, but I cannot go on it, because that ride, you guys, is so, that ride jerks you
and that
around
really, like,
crazy. It's such a rough ride, not only for my back and my neck, but for my vertigo, so that's why, you know. So the next thing I'm going to talk about is my anxiety. I don't know if I mean, I'm sure you guys have heard me mention it, like, my anxiety in videos, but you guys, I have anxiety really bad. I know from people commenting on our videos that you guys also suffer from that. You could have like anxiety / depression, or just like anxiety. Mine, you guys, is not the depression part, but mine is just full-blown anxiety, panic attack type of stuff. And I'll tell you guys, it started when, if you're new to our channel, this all started when Jake, my son, Jacqueline's brother, got sick when he was 14 years old. He was diagnosed with inflammatory bowel disease, ulcerative colitis. And if you guys want to go watch our video that explains all
like that whole story. Like we won't say that whole story again, because we made a whole separate video about that actually. So you could go, if you want to know that whole thing, you could go watch that one.
So you guys, so when someone has ulcerative colitis or Crohn's, they could be so sick. You could be a little sick, or you could be really sick. And unfortunately, Jake was one of these people that got really sick. And oh my gosh, you guys, and my throat's really dry today, you guys. So if you see me licking my lips, every time I do a video, it happens. One day, I had this feeling overcame me after Jake got sick. And I didn't know what was happening to me, you guys. I felt like I was getting sweaty, like I broke out like in this weird like sweat. My heart started to beat fast, and all of a sudden, you guys, this feeling came over me of, all I could describe it as dread and doom. I went from 1 minute feeling a certain way to the next minute. I can't even describe it, you guys. It was the worst feeling. I was like, oh my God. I told Jerry,
like,
I said,
frantic.
I said, I have to go to the emergency room. He's all, what? And I'm all, something's wrong. Something's wrong. And I didn't know what was happening, you guys. I got so scared. The side of my face got numb. And actually that time, the first time Jerry did take me to the emergency room, and they thought I was having like a stroke. The lady came out and she's all, do this, raise up your arms, make a sad face, make a happy face,
expressions,
raise up your eyebrows, And so once they determined that it wasn't a stroke, then they made me wait, 5 hours in the emergency room. When they took me back, you guys, the doctor said, I think you're having a panic attack. And I'm all, what? And you guys, I had heard of that before, but I was like, what? Like, I couldn't even understand what he meant. So once I started reading up on it, I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm all, seriously, is that what happened? I think my anxiety stems from being a mom who has a sick child, okay? Everybody's, I think their anxiety comes from a different source. What gives them panic attacks or anxiety. Mine is Jake being sick. So, and it's just that panic I have as his mother that it just, it fills me so much, you guys. Like, it's an incredible feeling that of, oh my gosh, like sometimes just despair, because I see Jake never feeling well, and we'll have to give you a little update on Jake, you guys, how he's doing now. But that's where my panic attacks came from.
Because it's a constant worry, right?
Right, it's a constant worry, you guys, and I feel that it just, I don't know, you guys, it's such an awful feeling. And so I've never taken medication for it. My doctor's always telling me, Jackie, just do like meditation or go to yoga, or, she's not big on like giving you, like anxiety pills or anything like that. So I've never taken anything for my panic attacks, you guys. What I do is I just try to get through them, because now that I know what they are, I try not to.
You can analyze it. You know when it's coming.
Right. But still, you guys, there will be those days when I'll just be sitting there and all of a sudden the panic attack comes, and I still feel like that dread and doom, like I have to go to the emergency room. So I still will get like that. So one day, you guys, Jake was in the hospital. He was in a really bad flare of his ulcerative colitis. He was in the hospital for 22 days straight in Long Beach. So and we live here, you know, more south, so that was quite a ways from us, Long Beach, you know, at least, you know, 45 minutes an hour at least. Jerry and I would take turns. So one night Jerry would go spend the night there with Jake, and then he'd come home, and then I'd go spend the night with him, because Jake was 19. He was still really scared. He didn't want to be at the hospital alone. And
yeah, I wouldn't want to be alone.
Yeah, and he was really sick, you guys. So poor kid, even though he was in the pediatric section still, because I think you could go there till like you're 21. So it was really nice. They took such good care of the kids
really
there.
Nice.
But one day, Jerry came to the hospital. It was my turn to go home. So me and Jacqueline was even out of school at that time, you guys. I had pulled her out of junior high and put her on like a work study, because we were going back and forth to the hospital so much. It
would have been really hard to go, you know, take me to school, then, you know, you got to go to the hospital, and you got to come back to get me, then go back, and then it was just, especially with my homework, like it was a lot easier just to do it, whatever. Is that what it was called?
Right, something like just to keep Jacqueline out of school. Yeah. Because then we would come home and it would be like past midnight, and then she'd have to get up early. Right. So then they would give her like a whole packet of homework, and we did this for like a month almost. Oh, yeah. It was awful, you guys. And so one day Jacqueline and I drove home, and you guys, oh my gosh, I'll never forget that night. I was ready. I had just gotten out of the shower, you guys. Yeah. And so this was about 6 years ago, you guys. So we come home, it's late, we're tired, you know, get out of the shower, and all of a sudden, you guys, I get this panic attack. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm all Jacqueline. And right away, you guys, I felt that feeling of again, that dread and doom. And I said, oh my gosh, Jacqueline, I think I have to go to the hospital. I think I have to go to the emergency room. And Jacqueline, you guys, so darn cute. She's only in junior high, and she comes and she puts her arms around me, and she's like, Mom, and she's rubbing my back, and she's like, Mom, you're gonna be okay. You're fine. I'm all, no, call Dad at the hospital and tell him. And she's all, Mom, Dad's with Jake. They're probably sleeping. I don't want to call them. Just, you know, you're gonna be fine. I'm here for you. And you guys, it was so cute. I mean, really, I like it. Look at I get all teary-eyed. I know. I get all teary-eyed, you guys, when I think about it, because it was such a hard thing, and thinking that here Jake's in the hospital, and then Jerry's with him, right? Oh my gosh. And then here Jacqueline, poor baby, she's at home trying to, here I'm a grown woman, and Jacqueline's trying to keep me calm, you guys. But it was so cute. See, she's rubbing my back right now.
And you're making me cry now.
So you guys, it was so cute. So Jacqueline, literally, you guys, I'm not even kidding, she calmed me down so much. And I'll never forget that night that happened, because I was ready to go to the hospital that night.
I mean, and you would have had to drive yourself.
I know.
So that wouldn't have been good, because you would have been all like stressed, like driving.
I know. Well, I think I told you to call the ambulance.
Oh, did you? Oh, no. I don't know.
I'm pretty sure I did, you guys. You know, I mean, I had probably been having the panic attacks at that time for a few years, because Jake was 19, and you know, he had got diagnosed at 14. So, but it was so cute, you guys. Jacqueline totally calmed me down, and she's all, Mom, remember, this always passes. You know, you feel like that for a little bit, but it always passes. So I was, you know, taking these deep breaths, you guys, and Jacqueline's, you know, standing there hugging me, and it was so darn cute, and it did pass. Yeah. I would say sometimes, you guys,
I was gonna say like a half hour.
Yeah, sometimes they last longer, but this, I was just gonna say that I think it was probably like a half hour, you guys, that it lasted. So now, you guys, I just try to
we do the same thing.
Right, yes. So if I'm feeling that way, you guys, like, I'll say, oh my gosh, you guys, I'm having a panic attack, and it'll just come out of the blue, you guys. So Jerry will either, you know, rub my shoulders, or Jacqueline will say, come here, Mom, sit in front of me, and then Jacqueline will, you know, rub my shoulders for me. And I think, you guys, when I started having these panic attacks, I mentioned to you that I have fibromyalgia, and I truly believe, you guys, they say that a lot of times fibromyalgia comes on after a traumatic event. And I believe that my stress, like my anxiety, was so great with Jake when he got sick, that it brought on my fibromyalgia, because I did not have, you know, this all over body pain, you guys, that I do now. And you know, and now you guys, I have the neck pain, the hip pain, the leg, it's bilateral, and it's all over, you guys, this pain I have. I'm still able, you know, to go walk. You know, I know some poor people, you guys, can barely get out of bed. But, you know, I try to work through the pain. I'm not on any medication.
I know for that either.
You guys, as you can tell, I'm a big chicken to take medication. But the doctor did diagnose me with it and said, you know, Jackie, take, you know, ibuprofen, but if it doesn't help, come back. I never went back. But I do believe, you guys, that when I feel stressed, like when Jake was in the hospital a while back, I felt like I had a flare of my fibromyalgia. And my neck, oh my God, you guys, my neck pain was so bad, where my neck and shoulders are so tight, they hurt so bad, and then it like goes up into the back of my head. But I believe, to me, I feel that it's all part of my anxiety. I think, and the stress.
I think there's no question.
There's no question. I feel that my fibromyalgia,
because you didn't have it before.
Right.
All that happened.
Right.
So
came upon me after that happened. So I wish I could tell you guys that, oh, there's a magic thing that I do for my anxiety, but I really don't. I don't have any medication for it. I know a lot of people have, like, you know, maybe like Xanax, you know, for an emergency. If it happens, you know what I do, you guys? It's so dumb. But I did hear it, and I guess it kind of makes sense. Sometimes I'll take Benadryl, because if you're having an allergic reaction, right, your histamine in your body's all, right, overactive. So you take it, right, and you're supposed to kind of calm down, and that's why kind of Benadryl kind of relaxes you. So I'll take like 4 teaspoons, because I think 3 is for like up to 95 pounds.
Yeah, I think.
And Mama Flickers were over 95 pounds. So I'll take like 4 teaspoons of Benadryl, and I honestly think it helps a little. I really do. And then I make Jacqueline rub my shoulders.
Yeah.
I really do. And I make Jerry rub my shoulders. And then they always just talk to me, you guys, and calm me down.
I made it a little brighter because it was getting dark. So go ahead.
So I hope if you guys suffer from anxiety, I really wish that this was like a helpful video to tell you, like, oh, if you do this, you know, it's going to make you feel better. But
yeah.
I just wanted to talk to you guys about it and tell you that, you know, I also suffer from that. I think that's why me and Jacqueline, I love being so goofy with Jacqueline, you guys. You know, maybe some people, we get on their nerves when we're doing videos. Trust me, people have been really mean and said, oh, you guys get on my nerves, you talk over each other.
Which
is,
you know, which we do.
Right, you talk too much, blah, blah, blah. But you know what, you guys? I feel that Jacqueline and I, you know, we started doing these videos, you know, over 3 years ago, and I feel that it's really helped me with my anxiety. I really do. I feel like they make me laugh. They get my mind off of my anxiety. You know, I'm always worried about Jake. I'm always thinking about him.
Yeah. I was smiling really hard because I was remembering you laughing so hard at the blooper video that we put
in
Vlogust. Oh my gosh, you guys, we were sitting.
Our song blooper.
Our bloopers for like, for the intro.
If you guys don't know what we're talking about.
Right,
yeah.
and oh my gosh, we were out one day, like sitting in the car, I was driving. She just put the video on to watch it again. It's only like a couple minutes long, and she was laughing so, like she was crying.
Oh my God, you guys.
She was laughing so hard, and then it was making me laugh. It was so funny.
Well, you guys know, if you guys are new to our channel, after every song we sing, we have a blooper reel because we mess up so much.
Oh, we do.
And we did our Vlogust song.
Yes, Vlogust.
And you guys, just from that short song,
oh my gosh,
we made so many mistakes. And so Jacqueline did a blooper video, and we could not stop laughing. So so I really feel, you guys, that to me, since I don't have any pills to take, my pills for anxiety, my medication for my anxiety is I try to get my mind off of it. So I'll say, hey, let's watch something funny, or let's watch a movie, or, you know, or I'll say, you know, we'll do a video, me and Jacqueline, or I'll do something to get my mind off of it, to get me thinking about something happy.
I think your mind definitely plays a factor in your anxiety, because especially if you're thinking about something like for a long time, you know, if all of your attention's on this one thing that, you know, makes you nervous and gives you anxiety, it's gonna be worse than if you're focusing on something else that's, you know, not about that thing that makes you worry, and you know, it's something that makes you laugh, or
I become obsessed thinking about Jake. So 24/7 my mind's on Jake, worrying about him all the time, and then it takes over. And if you let it happen, it really takes over your body, you guys. It's such an awful thing. Like, it's such a terrible thing, anxiety, and stress, you guys. Stress. I think they go, they're one thing. It's such an awful thing that then you get mad and you're like, oh, I'm not gonna let you beat me, you know? So that's why I try to focus my thoughts on something else, you guys. So I hope this helped you guys. Didn't mean to start crying talking about it.
I didn't know if you were gonna, I'm like, is she gonna?
I know. So, and then while we're here, you guys, this video is probably gonna be longer than we thought. I'll give you a quick update on Jake, you guys. For you guys who are new to our channel, you could go watch that video about Jake.
In the video, if you guys haven't seen it, my brother got his whole colon removed because it was just so ulcered and inflamed and diseased.
Right.
So they took his whole colon out. So when they do that, you get what's called an ostomy bag. They pull part of your small intestine through your stomach, like it's sticking out. You attach a bag to your stomach and you basically poop. That's how you poop. You don't poop through your butt anymore. Because since your large intestine's gone, that's what they do, so you're able to poo.
It's amazing,
but
you guys.
I know it sounds weird.
Yeah, you guys have to look it up. So you have two intestines in your body. You have a large intestine and you have a small intestine. So they pulled that big old intestine out of Jake's body through the way.
I mean, how long? Yeah, it's like big.
Right. They cut a little hole in your stomach and then they pull this intestine through, and you guys, it's really neat though.
It's kind of gross, but it's neat to see.
Right, it's amazing, you guys, but it's gross at the same time. You see this pink thing coming through your stomach. You cut a hole in the bag and then you put it over the small intestine and it sticks to your stomach.
Yes.
It's
medical grade adhesive.
You guys, these ostomy bags are amazing. They're very tiny, and basically your poop spurts through this little small intestine into your bag.
Right.
And then you change your bag often. Jake had this ostomy bag for 1.5 years, and he did so well with it, you guys.
I mean, it's probably the best he's ever been.
Right.
Yeah.
We were worried, you guys, when he got it. We thought, oh my gosh, poor guy, you know, early 20s, he's gonna walk around with this ostomy bag. But you guys, Jake adapted to it so well. So if you guys know anybody, you have a relative that has Crohn's or ulcerative colitis and they're gonna get an ostomy bag, write us, ask us any questions you want. I'll be happy to answer any questions you have, you guys, regarding it. Now, you guys, and little kids get these bags because this disease is awful. So Jake had that for a while, and then his surgeon said, you know, Jake, you're young, why don't we pull back that intestine, attach it back to your butt, and you could go bathroom like normal again through your butt.
And when they do this, it's called a J pouch. So basically, since you have less intestine now for your poop to go through, it's not going to be formed, you know, like it is for, you know, regular folk, right?
Right.
So they have to make what's called a J pouch. It's like a little pocket that kind of holds
like a little pouch.
Poop. Yeah. Like a pouch.
Right.
Right. So they're basically making more of a path for your poop to get, you know, formed.
It's confusing. You guys could Google all that. So they formed this J pouch, and that takes a while to heal. They close up the hole in your stomach. They allow it to kind of heal itself. And so Jake started going to the bathroom like we do, right? Yeah. Well, then you guys, so now the issue is, ever since he got the J pouch, unfortunately, because the J pouch is a man-made pouch in your body, it's very prone to infection because
it's unnatural.
Right, because like, you know, bacteria builds up, you guys, in all of our stomachs, and a lot of people take probiotics to help build up the good bacteria in your stomach. So Jake, unfortunately, in this J pouch, the bacteria builds up, and so he was actually in the hospital not long ago because the bacteria got so bad it turned into a bad infection. So sadly, you guys, this J pouch is not working out too well for Jake so far. He's had it about 1 year. Now, sometimes they say it could take up to 1 year. It could take over a year for your body to get used to this J pouch, for it to kind of stabilize itself. So we're giving it a little bit more time.
So we're still waiting. It's taking its
But poor Jake, you guys, he always has a stomach ache.
Right,
He
I know.
never feels well.
What comes along with that is really bad stomach cramps.
Right.
And I mean, it's like, I mean, it's hard to explain because not everyone experiences this, but
Right.
you can hear like his cramps. I mean, they're like really bad.
What you could like, well, yeah, because he's like, it's like contracting in there in his stomach. So poor Jake, you guys. So he always has a stomach ache.
Along with his J pouch issues, he also has problems with his joints and like his back, and it's a long story.
Yeah, part of it's from birth, you guys.
Yeah.
Part of it's from the years that Jake was on high amounts of steroids.
Oh, yeah, when he had a really bad flare, like that was the only thing that could stabilize his flare.
Right, and steroids, you guys, if you need them, they're like a miracle drug, but at the same time, they're evil because they really do cause a lot of problems. So Jake got joint problems from this. So now, you guys, guess what? Oh my gosh. So now the only way for Jake to really feel well in his hips is if he gets hip replacements in both hips. They've done MRIs, everything, and he just doesn't have like the space that he should in his joints to stabilize his joints, and he'll be in pain forever, basically, if he does not get hip replacements. We'll keep you posted on that. He is going to go see the doctor in about 2 weeks to go talk to him again, the hip doctor. But you guys could see why I suffer from anxiety, you guys. Yeah. And it's always something. It's always something. And as a mom, oh my gosh, you guys, it is the worst thing to have a sick child. And so if we go to Disneyland, sometimes if you guys see us walking around, you might see Jake in a wheelchair because he cannot go to Disneyland and walk around. And he's very skinny, you guys, because he can't, he can never absorb all the nutrients he needs, with his food, even though he eats really good sometimes. So thank you for all the people who comment and always ask about Jake. And like we said, you guys could go look for that video where we talk about Jake. We were in the hospital one day with Jake's approval. He let us do it. It's really hard, you guys. So look, I'm gonna...
Oh no, don't do it again.
I'm gonna start crying again. I'll try to keep myself calm. Look, my eyes, I can't see the screen because my eyes are getting all blurry.
You're fine. Let me rub you.
No, I'm okay. I'm okay. I was just going to start getting teary-eyed. Okay. Thank you so much. We appreciate you viewers so much. Really, you make old mom feel so good with all your nice comments. And you really do put a smile on my face. And I, and me and Jacqueline, yes, we're crazy. We talk loud. We laugh a lot. We speak over each other. But that's what makes me happy, you guys. So we're going to keep our channel the way it is. and that's how we are, and that helps me with my anxiety, you guys. So, but if you guys have any questions about anxiety, panic attacks, ulcerative colitis, Crohn's disease, J pouches, ostomy bags, do not feel bad, you guys. Ask us any questions you want at all, and we will be happy to answer them, you guys. So
thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and give this video
a thumbs up, and that makes me happy to do that to you guys. A thumbs up. I know, I'm dorky, you guys, but anyway. So we will see you guys soon.
Yes.
And that's it. We love you guys.
Yes.